I'm just going to pull this up on the other side of the screen. You know the routine. That way I can read your amazing comments and we can go ahead and get started in just 1 second. And it looks like I am up and good to go. Hopefully we won't have any sound issues today that we had on Sunday, but happy Tuesday, my friends. Today is Tuesday, November 25th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. If you are watching me during that time, you have caught me live right here on YouTube. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tammy Civello and welcome to Cards by TLC. And for the next month, I am running solo for the Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. So we're going to have fun together and have a good time. Good morning, Martha. Good morning, everyone. So we're in the middle of prepping for holidays, and I thought it was the perfect time to bring back another gift card holder for you this week. So I have the pop-up gift card holder for you. I think I've done this in the past, but it's been a while, so we're going to revisit this design. And what I love about my projects, a lot of the time I like to make sure that you can make it any theme, any designer paper, any bundle. For the most part, I try to accommodate that. But today we are doing a cute gift card holder, and we are bringing back our little guys, our Festive Friends. I absolutely love these little guys. And we are also incorporating the Jolly Holly stamp set as well. We're going to be using the sentiment, "May the spirit of the season bring you hope and happiness and love." And we are also incorporating this holly piece. So like I said, this is a cute little pop-up gift card holder. It's good for any theme. So if you do not celebrate Christmas or the holiday season, this is a great birthday or thinking of you or relaxation, anniversary, whatever there is. So let us go ahead and get started. And let me put this off to the side. I'm going to do this just a little differently since there's a lot of parts and pieces and sizes and dimensions. I'm going to kind of do it step by step this time. So I'm going to have this up later on today at cardsbytlc.com. So just in case you miss any sizes or dimensions in your projects. So let's go ahead and get started. I have chosen Real Red for my 2 card bases. So we have a 4 1/4 by 11 card base for our main card base, and for our pop-up insert piece we have a 3 1/2 by 7. So let's go ahead and bring out our trimmer. We're going to go ahead and do our scoring. We do have to put our arm down, so let's go ahead and get that. So we are going to start with our main card base, and we are going to score this at 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 and 9 1/4. 3 3/4 and 9 1/4. And then for our insert piece, we're going to go ahead and score that at a 1/2 inch. And I'm actually going to do it on this side here. So we're going to score this at a 1/2 inch. I'm going to flip this because I just needed to be able to get a good score on that 1/2 inch and 5. 1/2 inch and 5 on this insert piece. And that is all the scoring that we have. I have already pre-cut the pieces to make things a lot easier. So we're going to go ahead and start by decorating our main gift card holder. And I'm going to come in with my bone folder because I really want to crease those edges. And this kind of creates a gatefold that it comes together. So making sure I really have those creased and down. And then I have my insert piece. Let's go ahead and crease those edges while we have it. So this is going to fold up, and then this top part is going to fold back. So with this insert piece, you're gonna have a mechanism that kind of looks like this. So you're gonna fold forward like that, and the top part we're gonna be folding back. And I really, really want to make sure that that edge is really creased. You do need some tear and tape or a good adhesive, because this is such a it's a pop-up, and I highly recommend using a stronger adhesive. If you're going to use the seal, make sure that it allows the gift card to go the insert piece to go down on the sides. I recommend still using the tear and tape for this, but you can use whichever works for you. So we're going to go ahead and start with decorating the front of our main gift card holder. And I'm starting off with a matte piece of basic white. And this piece is cut at 4 by 3.5. So that's going to go right there. And then the designer paper that I'm using, of course, is the Traditions of Christmas designer paper. Love it. It's my favorite. So, of course, we got to go with that. And so this piece is cut at 3 7/8 by 3 3/8. So I'm cutting down just 1/8 of an inch for just these layers, because I just want a tiny bit of that white showing. So again, our top panel piece right here is cut at 3.5 by 4. And our DSP is 3 7/8 by 3 3/8. So 4 by 3.5, 3 7/8 by 3 3/8. Sorry, I wrote it differently on my notes and it kind of threw me off a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and glue that down. We're going to glue as we go, just to make things a little bit easier. That way I'm not just sitting here throwing a bunch of numbers at you. And again, all the sizes and dimensions will be on my blog post in just a little while. I'm going to work on that after lunch and have that up for you. So here is our piece, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring this up. Oh, and adhere that to our front of our gift card holder. And then our next piece, we're going to color our Santa last. Our next piece is, hold on just one second. Wanted to make sure I had all the parts and pieces. So our matte piece for the bottom front piece is cut at 1.5 by 4, and the bottom DSP is cut at 1 3/8 by 3 7/8. So that's just going to go on just like that. Gotta be careful. This is a new glue bottle, so it's going to be a little extra zealous there. Okay, and that's going to go on the front just like that. And you can mix and match patterns, whichever you would like to do. I'm just happen to be using the same pattern just to make things a little bit easier. And I liked the look of it with the Santa. Got a little bit of glue down there. Okay, now we're going to come in here and we're going to start with this top piece. And you have a basic white piece right here. Let's go ahead and open this up. And that's going to go on the top. And this piece is cut at 2 3/4 by 4. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment and my little holly here. And we're going to add, may the spirit of the season bring you hope and happiness and love. Or you could do Merry Christmas. You can leave it blank, whatever you want to do on the inside. This is kind of where you're going to sign it. And this, the Festive Friends does have a to and from stamp set, or stamp if you want to use that. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with some Memento black ink. Just like so. And I'm going to come in with my light shaded spruce to color my holly. And I am going to do a little shading. And I'm going to come in with a little bit of the darker shaded spruce. And I'm going to kind of come down the middle here and just kind of do some shadowing around the edges a little bit. It's a small area, so shading can be a little challenging with this and not that noticeable, but you can see some shading there. I'm still going to come in right here in the middle, just like that. And then for the holly berries, I'm just going to come in with the dark real red, and that there's just no room for shading on that. I mean, you technically could, but there's really not a lot of room. Let's see, hold on. I might make a liar out of myself. That was actually the cherry cobbler, didn't I? I used the light cherry cobbler on that shoot. Oh well, that's okay. We're just gonna leave it at that. I didn't pay attention to my colors. So let's go ahead and put this on the top part of the inside of our gift card holder. And I want to come on the top here. I don't want to center this because we need to have the room for the pop-up part. So I'm just going to come up here and leave just a nice little border around the two sides and the top of the edge. It's okay if this leaves a spot because you need that room for that pop-up part of your gift card holder. Now we're going to go ahead and decorate the inside pop-up portion. Actually, before we do that, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and add our tear and tape along our sides here, because this is going to form our pocket for our pop-up mechanism. So let's go ahead and bring in our tear and tape. Okay. Okay. And then I'm just going to come in here and take my little pick part of my take your pick tool. Do that release tape. Make sure that that is down. Now we're going to come in here and decorate our insert piece. And we have an insert piece of 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 of designer paper. And that's going to go just like this. Let me open this up because we're going to put adhesive there. So we're going to go ahead and line that up, leaving a nice little border at the top and the sides. It's okay if it doesn't come all the way down because this folds up, so it hides it. So it doesn't matter if you go all the way down or not. And again, that's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Let's put it on straight. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add some adhesive or some DSP to the front part of this. Now I'm gonna open this up, but keep in mind if your paper is directional, pay attention to that. But since this isn't directional, it doesn't matter which direction I go. But if you do do this directional, make sure that your orientation is going up, just like so, because that's gonna fold up like that. But this plaid is non-directional, so. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down just a minute. Now you're gonna wanna get some sort of circle punch or die if you would like. This is optional. I always like to notch my gift card holders just for the recipient to make it a little bit easier. And I'm using a 1.5 inch punch. It doesn't matter what size. It just depends on what size notch you would like to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that like so. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add my tearing tape along the sides here and along the top. And we'll go ahead and do that like so. If you are not using tearing tape, hold off on putting the adhesive on this until after you do your side flaps and tuck that in. It just makes things a lot easier. But I'm gonna go ahead and add my tearing tape. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the tearing tape since I have it out and ready to go. But if you were just doing a seal or seal plus along the top, hold off on doing that. Okay. Let's go ahead and now we're going to go ahead and slide this in to our pouch. And we're going to line the top of the top of our gift card insert piece with the score line. So that wants to be lined up just like so, just perfectly. Because we're going to fold that down and then that's going to fold up like so. So we're going to go ahead and do the release tape. Again, making sure the top of your insert is at the top of that score line. And we're going to center this. Make sure that this is centered. And then we're going to fold the top of that down. We're going to really press hard on that. And then when we open it up, it's like that. And so we're going to go ahead and really reinforce these. Make sure that this is sliding good. Sometimes it gets a little locked up there, but you just want to make sure that that slides like so. Add our gift card in there. And now we can go ahead and focus on the front. So let's go ahead and bring in our circle. I have die cut a large stylish shape circle in basic white. And we're going to stamp our Santa's coming to town on that. And we're going to go ahead and color our Santa and then die cut him out. So I have for my Santa hat and his suit, I'm actually using 3 colors, or actually 4 colors, believe it or not. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Is it Joey? Thank you so much. I'm actually going to be using 4 colors on that. So we're going to start with light real red and just color his hat and his suit. I'm just go ahead and do the brush tip. And I'm just going to do the top part of his hat, leaving the top ball for the, and then the rim of his hat white. And if you have Wink of Stella, that would be fun to add there. I just don't have mine yet. It is coming. And then I'm just going to come down here and color his suit in the light real red for starters. And I'm incorporating a color. If you've never seen me color this bundle before, you'll be hopefully pleasantly surprised with the color I incorporate. Kind of ties in, kind of like a natural shadowing. I'm just gonna, I don't want to over color on the line, so I'm gonna flip to my bullet tip. Okay. Again, we're gonna go light real red here. Kind of take my time. Then I'm gonna come in with, actually we're just doing the 3 colors. I'm gonna come in with the light cherry cobbler, and I'm gonna kind of just go where I want some extra red, some darker red. Along here. Just along here. And then I'm gonna come in with my dark smoky slate. And I'm just gonna do some natural shadowing like underneath his beard. Along his belt. And then of course his boots. Oops. Hopefully that'll go away with the die cutting. Kind of got a little happy there. Then I'm going to go along the brim of the hat. Just like so. And then I'm going to come in, and you can see kind of like how his suit has that shadowing. I'm going to come in with the light smoky slate and just kind of wisp his hair and his beard. His little mustache. And just give him a little gray. And then I'm going to come in with the light petal pink and color his ears and his face, and his nose. And then we'll give him a rosy nose and a rosy cheek with light flirty flamingo, or you can use pretty in pink. But the light flirty flamingo, I think, gives him a great color of his nose because he always has the red nose. Okay, now we're going to get our cute little die. Get this off to the side. Let's get our dies really quick. Grab our Santa die. And we're going to die cut him out. What I always like to do is get some Post-its to hold that down. Line that up. Just like so. And I'm still waiting to order. Keep forgetting to order the larger Post-its. Okay, now I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. Okay, here's our cute little Santa. And then we have to stamp our sentiment in real red. Making sure I don't have a line around there. Santa's coming to town. Super cute. And then I happen to have some extra candy pieces from the gingerbread sampler that I made on Sunday. If you missed that, I created this cute, adorable gingerbread sampler, and I had some extra candy pieces from that. So if you'd like to see how that comes together, that is on my channel as well. It was on Sunday if you want to watch that replay. So I have a cute little extra candy piece, and I thought that that would be kind of cute to put in his hand. So we're going to go ahead and add that to our project. And of course, the peppermints are still available. These were so hard to keep in stock last year, but they had some extra ones. Santa and his elves dropped some off. So we have some extra ones. So I thought that would be fun to add to our cute little project. So we're just going to go ahead. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue along the side panel here and have him added to the circle here. Not fully committed because I'm going to pop up my circle. Oh, come on, Santa. Didn't let that glue dry up. Then I'm going to pop this up with a couple of foam adhesive pieces. Instead of having a gazillion Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay. And then our little candy. I'm going to go ahead and give this just a little bit of a haircut. So he's kind of holding the candy piece, and I did put this on the self-adhesive sheets. So that makes it a lot easier. Definitely want to use the self-adhesive pieces or sheets if you are cutting the candy pieces on the gingerbread man bundle, because you'll be cranky. So I'm going to just come in here with a couple of extra pieces. Hold that, it covers that mark up there and up there. Just like so. And there is our pop-up gift card holder. What do you guys think? And then, of course, if you have some Wink of Stella, I would highly recommend adding maybe some glitter in his beard, or at least the brim of his hat and the pom-pom of his hat. But there is our pop-up gift card holder. This will do it for me today, friends. I do have a schedule change this week. Since Thursday is Thanksgiving, my template Thursday, I'm going to go ahead and move that to Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Since Thursday is Thanksgiving. But I want to take a moment and thank each and every one of you that have subscribed, that have liked my videos, that have left me beautiful comments in my videos. I am so thankful for each and every one of you. And if you haven't yet subscribed yet and you like what I've created today, please give this video a thumbs up, because that literally helps my channel grow. I love growing my channel. I've been growing it for the past several years. So thank you. And I hope that each and every one of you have a blessed Thanksgiving, whether you're crafting, whether you're watching a movie, whether you're with family, whether you just want to have a relaxing day to yourself. However that looks for you, I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day. And I hope to see you all on Friday for more creative fun. Bye, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving.